welcome back to another episode of Discord Debate. Today we're doing it a bit differently. I hope you do enjoy it, you special people. Today I'm with Esculus. Say hello, Mr. Esculabo.
It should be just the same person. Either way, you've always...
This is a different person. This is actually Akatao 72's brother, who's also very special.
Which is
but we
a
don't
total
like
fucking lie, because I...
Well, we don't like... We don't like to...
It is Akatao 72! No, it's just Akatao.
I'm getting like fucking murdered by my headset right now.
Kona Esculus da!
But yeah, so today it's gonna be.
Okay, you completely just, like, fucked your own voice there.
What do you mean?
You, like, cut... You
No,
cut out...
my headset was strangling me.
Yeah, you cut out really badly, so...
It's alright.
It's all right, man.
I ain't cut now. Anyway, so today it's another debate. We haven't done one for a few days now. It's Thomas's fault. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoys.
With fucking server making that video.
What video? Oh yeah, that video.
Dumb ass.
Yeah, so today is gonna be a bit of a weirder one.
A what?
I don't need to be that close, do I? I don't actually need to be that close. Is that better? Do I sound okay?
I mean, you sounded okay either way. I don't particularly care.
Okay. Right, okay, so this is a bit of a... I've basically, guys, to give you a bit of context of why I was asking that, I've just changed my entire setup. I've moved everything to a different room. One, because I wanted to separate two rooms because, you know...
His bedroom from his living room, basically.
Yeah, the living room's a lot colder than the bedroom, and it's bigger.
Summer's
so
coming.
I can just run around naked in my... Well, I can do that.
Yeah, because you're in the privacy of your own home. That's fine, as long as you have the windows closed and don't have any peeping toms.
Why? Where's the fun in that? That's what you want, though.
I mean, if you're that kind of an attention whore, then...
Man, attention was a fucking understatement, man. I'll just do that for the thrill of shit. Come on, the thrill of being caught does not, like, excite you.
It embarrasses me.
So, any topics? Have you got any fucking topics? You heard about... Oh, I have one. Okay, PS5. You heard about it?
Yeah, and I do know about the standing tower that is the Xbox Series X.
Oh, no, that's not gonna be bad.
Basically just the Xbox X, basically. Like the...
So, I mean, have you heard about the specs of the PlayStation 4?
What about them?
I did have the specs up. Basically, it's meant to have like an SSD and everything, the same as what... Oh, there we go. So, the specs for the PlayStation 5, right, it's got... the CPU is going to be an AMD Zen 2 based, with 8 cores at 3.5 GHz, variable frequency, it's nice. It's going to have 16 gigs of RAM, DDR6.
Just list
That's
this shit
the new
somewhere.
RAM.
There we go.
Yeah, it's got I think they've increased their memory bandwidth as well to 448 gigabytes per second.
I'm looking at them right now.
The internal storage is actually
825 gigabytes. Custom.
On the but it's an SSD as well.
I don't particularly know those specs, so you kind of got me.
So an SSD is faster because it's a solid state drive than a hard drive. Hard drives
so it's an
are
upgrade.
mechanical.
So it's an upgrade.
Yeah, so hard drives are mechanical. That just has like the data in the middle and like a little point, you know, like a vinyl pointer thing, like plays. That's kind of like the thing, but that just reads and writes.
A hard drive is
this.
a little bit more retro than an SSD.
It's just slower. Yeah, but hard drive's still good in some aspects, but SSD's better for gaming.
For gaming
because
stuff, probably,
because what they're trying to accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing something that even PC don't have at the moment. So I'll use Fallout as an example, right? So when you load into Fallout,
Yeah.
right? Fallout 4, 76, whatever. The hard drive that your game's actually stored on has to give time. Basically, it splits the zone up into 4 set aspects. So what that means is, you're only downloading it will have like the most common places where a player will be. Say, for example, if you see a traffic light, sorry, a stop sign in one part, and there's some it would have to render that on all of them at once, so it takes longer. With an SSD, what it can do is essentially it can just render it as you're looking at it. So when you turn, then it just loads then instead of. So it increases the boot time for the game, and I think it also minimizes the size of the game because you're actually doing it while playing, which is a good thing. Even PC haven't managed to sort all that out yet. They've also got. I'm not gonna lie though, the custom 825 gigabyte SSD is actually, in fact, you can't buy an 825 gigabyte SSD properly.
I'm looking at the comparison between the Xbox X and the PS5, and automatically looks like Series X is a little bit more advanced, because while the PS5 has 825 gigabytes of custom NVMe SSD storage, internal storage, Xbox Series X automatically has 1 terabyte.
Oh yeah, but Xbox always has 1 terabyte though.
Well, however,
So,
though,
what I find, yeah, but actually, sorry, just to cut you off from that, what I find really funny, so the Z2, they're both using essentially the same chipset, just configured differently. They're using it at 3.5, when Xbox kind of just want to push it a bit more, because it seems like a mainstream. Obviously, Xbox, Microsoft could like work and shit like that. Obviously, the GPU's better for the Xbox, but you get more gigahertz with the PS5. But they got the same memory. The bandwidth just changes. So straight off the back, the memory bandwidth is better for Xbox than it is for. I don't care. Continue without any. I don't want to like.
So, are you actually going to switch over to PlayStation then, you heretic fuck?
No.
So I don't understand. What's
what?
the?
Wait.
What?
Wait. Shut the fuck up again. Have you not noticed the PlayStation 5 doesn't have HDR and doesn't apparently look like it has a HDMI port?
What do you mean HDR? High definition resolution?
Yeah, it also doesn't have a HDMI.
Oh, HDMI. You said HDR.
Yeah, it hasn't confirmed whether or not they're going to have that in there as well. They've got 4K, but...
Well, for both the Xbox X and PS5.
Actually, looking at the specs, the optical drive that Xbox has is a 4K Blu-ray, when PS5 just doesn't seem to have one. It has an optical
They're
drive.
Both the same thing. It's 4K UHD Blu-ray drive for both of them.
How? When I'm looking at the specs, it doesn't state the PS5's got a 4K.
Well, it's some random article, but it's like the specs of Xbox X versus PS5, and
well, see, they've got like the phenomenal subscription. That everybody knows. PlayStation never used to have a subscription, and then they started to.
stupid. Yeah. Which I honestly kind of find really stupid, because that's what you need in order to play multiplayer.
Well, it makes sense unless you're playing local.
Well, I don't know. Like with the previous Discord debate stuff we had was where games exactly are going, how they're being designed, and like how you need to have like an internet connection. Granted, most people probably nowadays that play video games have an internet connection. I personally think though that the subscription
Yeah,
basis
okay.
for Xbox Gold is a little bit unnecessary since you have an internet connection.
Yeah, but you're also getting free games and stuff as well every month. You gotta weigh it up like in two aspects. Like that one you get.
Well, I guess.
You know what I mean? It's the same with PlayStation. Like I'll be honest, I'm not a PlayStation fan, but Sony did make a really good game. I've recently gone into a game called Detroit Become Human.
PlayStation.
Yeah, everyone.
I'm surprised you.
Yeah, well, it used to be PlayStation exclusive, and they brought out a PC. But like that game, I've seen how they've made it. Because in the game, you can get the extras and you can, when you get so far in the game, like unlock scenes and stuff like that you can buy in the game. Scenes like you can get, like you get points for every mission you do. Everything that points that you get, you can buy like the extra stuff. Films and shit. And I was watching them. It shows you how they made it. They literally used, and the people, like the characters you see, are literally the real life characters. They've got all the shit on it. So whatever the person does in real life, the character does in the game.
Sure. You totally lost me.
Doesn't matter. My point is, that game is really good, and you know, for a Sony game, you know, you don't see Microsoft fucking putting games like that out.
Yeah.
Hell, you don't see many of that
usually
shit.
Xbox is for some odd reason leaning more towards the multiplayer side aspect of it because they're probably more capitalist. While Sony with PlayStation are actually releasing a lot more quality single player games. Like for example, like Last of Us, Spider-Man game, Detroit Become Human. A bunch of those are like AAA titles that are single player.
Yeah.
Like the only what's the word for it? The only exception that you need in order to play this game is that you need to have a PlayStation, specifically like PlayStation 3 or 4. Now, granted, I will say I have played some of those, like specifically with Infamous 1 and 2. Second Son will not be mentioned here because fuck that game. But because I originally grew up on PlayStation, but I mean, there's just one game that actually switched me over to Xbox because it was much better released on Xbox, and that was just Skyrim.
Makes sense.
And plus, like hell, like Xbox actually allowed me to. That's how I met you, honestly. Like it opened up. Xbox opened up for me to have like a huge social life because of like the multiplayer aspect of stuff.
But what I would also say,
PlayStation never had that.
you gotta think, let's be honest, if it wasn't for PlayStation and Xbox, like, okay, you've got like the Google Stadia shit and all that, they're not in the Nintendo, they're not really in competition with like the Xbox and the PlayStation, really.
Yeah.
Because they've done it a bit longer. But like, if it wasn't for PlayStation or, for example, Xbox, either or, you know, always bringing out new stuff, you wouldn't be getting the quality of like consoles we're getting now. Because they're fighting against each other, you know what I mean?
Console wars.
They've probably got
Console wars.
yeah, they've probably got some, like everybody has. They'll have like arrangements, agreements, and deals and shit already with each other.
Yeah. Because I mean,
you know, just so they can keep the competition. Because it benefits both of them when they do.
Yeah,
it
it benefits both of them when they actually collaborate with each other and actually help make their other systems. Like for example, because wasn't like the Xbox One was partially also designed by Sony?
No.
Well, which console was that?
I don't know, none of them.
You don't know.
No,
I thought you were useless.
Thank you. No, but like, the point is, it's like, I don't like the names. Like, at least PlayStation says PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Xbox is like Xbox 360, original Xbox One, Xbox One, Xbox One S, 1D, 1X.
There was no Xbox.
Series X.
Xbox 1D, what the fuck?
I'm calling it the digital one that doesn't have a disk drive. It's not called that. It's just a disk
I
drive.
forgot about that.
Digital.
They did make one of those, didn't they?
Yeah. It's cheaper. But like, I don't like the names the Xboxes are calling their consoles. I think they need to revamp them. I know they said Series X is just going to be the new lineup of like future consoles, but like personally, it just looks like shit. Hello, sir. Can I go in there and buy an Xbox Series X, please? Not to be mistaken for the Xbox One X, because I don't want that shit. I want the X Series X.
Admittedly, it is
can I have the
very
new PS5?
because I think like it will be confusing if people just start calling it like Xbox X. I mean,
I think they could have just changed from X. They should have
They
just
could've
done
actually-
the PlayStation.
I mean,
to be
admittedly,
honest.
they could have actually named it the Xbox 720.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't buy it.
Why?
'Cause it's called a 720.
It's basically the Xbox 362.
I regret buying the granola bars.
You fucking idiot.
It just smells. Just.
Wait, what? But now what are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm just talking about the food I've got. I'm gonna try it live in this recording. I'm gonna try a bit of this one. It hasn't got a smell to it, and I don't know if I like that.
How dense are you on a regular basis?
This is just rabbit food.
Sure.
It's just rabbit food. No.
It. Carl's basically trying to granola bar for the first time because he grew up in a cave and doesn't know what food is. He calls him, and he calls himself a chef.
I've made granola shit. I just never eaten it.
So you've made granola bars. You just. All right. Cool.
I always went to the same philosophy. If it's got nuts in it, it's rabbit food. Why would I eat it?
Rabbits don't eat nuts. They eat like carrots and vegetables.
Whatever, eat nuts, okay? I don't give a fuck.
Elephants.
Elephants eat nuts?
Elephants are infamous for eating peanuts. Granted, you could argue say that peanuts not a nut, it's a legume. But what the fuck? I don't care.
A peanut's a nut because it's got nut in it, man.
Yeah.
You spastic special boy.
I mean, technical terms, it's a legume. Whatever the fuck a legume is. I'm gonna look what the fuck that is now.
He's gonna be typing it up like, what the fuck is it?
I just want to see what like legume versus beans. You know, legumes versus nuts. These nuts.
Halo Infinite will be a launch title for the Xbox Series X. I do like the new Xbox feature that they have. So if you buy a game on the Xbox Series X, and if the developers actually like enable it, it's something called a smart delivery, which means everything you buy on the Series X or the Xbox One X, you will get the free version of it for the other console.
Really?
So you'll always
So you
have...
only pay for it
So if you-
once.
Yeah, so if you're playing like, I don't know,
Why did they not think of this?
Skyrim.
Why did they not think of this
so
before?
Yeah, but if you're playing Skyrim,
Yeah.
and there was a Series X version of it, because technically in the game store it registers you've already just bought the game, right?
Mhm.
So if developers actually agree to it, it means if you buy it for Xbox One X, and then you wanted to play on the Series X, it would give you the correct version.
Does it automatically
for it,
mean
basically.
Xbox One X or just Xbox One in general?
I'm talking about the Xbox One. I'm just talking about the Xbox One.
So just Xbox One. Series X is gonna have that ability to do that if you buy stuff on Xbox One.
Or on the Series X, it works either way.
Interesting.
It'll just give you the correct version for the console.
That's a fucking huge improvement. That way you don't have to keep paying for every single fucking game.
Well, I don't think people would actually allow it if if you had to buy the game twice. 'Cause they did that with the 360 to the Xbox One, and that really annoyed me.
I mean,
Yeah, granted, some stuff was like transferred over to the Xbox One, but it didn't have as many as you thought, and I think that was like the issue for me. It was like I hated it so badly to buy games because I just couldn't give a shit.
yeah. All right. Back to what we were talking about with the fucking legumes and nuts. Nuts are a
I don't
single
care.
seed, and anything that has a pod, like pistachios and peanuts,
Nobody
are
cares.
considered legumes.
Nobody cares.
That's basically the
Nobody cares.
difference.
Nobody cares.
Anyway,
No.
I was looking up for myself. I'm just
Yeah.
sharing the info.
Shut the fuck up, you.
Will I ever, like honestly, will I ever shut the fuck up with you?
Oh,
telling me-
Xbox is also bringing out something else as well. It's called the Project X Cloud.
Probably so that way you can actually play every single Xbox game you've ever fucking bought.
No, that doesn't mean
Cloud
that.
storage.
No.
Oh.
Project X is where you can they'll have so many games on it. It's a game streaming service. That's what that is.
Similar to what Stadia does.
PlayStation's already got one. Yeah, well, better because Microsoft did that. Let's be honest, Stadia tried it, and they're just shit.
I see a lot of like,
It's shit.
is it really that shit? Like I see like a bunch of commercials
Yeah.
about it for some odd reason, and like it's promoted a lot. I honestly just never knew if it was honestly good or not because you're basically playing any other video game. And that's Google's piece of the action with video game corporations.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Google Stadia, they didn't really have any practice with that. Like Microsoft
Yeah, it was their first
at least
attempt. It was
have.
their first attempt.
Yeah, at least like Microsoft and PlayStation already had the difficulties of.
They basically have
haven't-
like almost 20 years ahead of them. So
Well, yeah, because they use the online shit all the time, so they already know.
video games shit all the time.
And-
Google
yeah.
works with like the fucking
Well,
internet.
they did, but they were
They work
all
with the internet.
yeah, they didn't really, and they didn't really have like the you know how like PlayStation, Xbox did this.
Yes.
The server centers and
Yes.
shit. They didn't really have any of that. At least these do, so these are going to be a bit better.
Yeah.
now. But like it makes it just so like you could play XO like for PlayStation's got their own, you know, as well as Xbox will have theirs. It means you can play like the Xbox stuff
Mm-hmm.
on your PC. Like they'll put so many games that you could stream it. It's basically a streaming service.
Yeah, which is where everything is going to nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Granted, it's interesting, but there honestly is a thing about like, because the thing with streaming services is that like if they actually plan on going into where you can watch and play anything you fucking want of anything that has been made, if they're gonna try and go in that direction, they're gonna have to follow through on that shit, because right now, like on Xbox Game Pass, like you still have to download the games, but unfortunately if they're taken off Game Pass, you can't play them unless you actually have like a hard copy or you own that game specifically. Like for example, with Fallout 4, I have the disc, but I don't have it digitally. So that's basically how I was able to play Fallout 4 without the disc, was because it was on Game Pass. And look at that, on this YouTube video with music, it's actually showing the PS5. What do you fucking know?
Of course. No, you know, it's not long before they're going to start
Okay,
releasing
back to the
it.
music. There we go.
It's not long before they're going to start, you know, bringing more and more shit out about it. It's coming out on the holiday, so December time.
Yeah, around my birthday, you gonna buy it for me?
Nah.
Exactly.
You didn't buy me anything for my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't even get a happy birthday, you piece of shit.
Dude, I actually remember.
You did, I know you did. That's the point. You fucking
Yeah, I hammered you
it.
so we could do a Discord debate for your fucking birthday, you ingrateful fuck.
It's quarantine!
Yeah, but you were too busy on your stupid server, weren't you?
I wasn't, I was outside. I was outside with people.
Yeah, well, we didn't even do it, for fuck's sake.
I know, I was outside socializing.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's a fucking
spent-
quarantine.
It's alright, we all sat meters apart, so we were safe.
So, basically, 20 feet away from each other.
No, like 2 feet away. Fuck off, fly! Get out of my house! Nobody loves you.
Kill it. If you have
You're
to.
adopted. I can't.
Do you not have a fly swatter? Are you really that simple?
No, I mean, it's on my TV.
Oh. TV
I
or
got a fly
monitor?
swatter my TV. Both.
They're different things. Nice one.
Thanks, Daddy. You know I like
Keep telling yourself that.
So much shit. Oh yeah. So guys, if you check my YouTube channel, we got some good views on some shit.
Okay, stop bragging. First off,
So
good
we
thank
got
people. Fuck's sake.
1.2k views on
Which is
one
honestly
video,
amazing.
and 1k on another video.
Considering the amount of shit that.
Yeah, that one that you saw that was on like 900 nods went up to 1k.
Let me look at that real quick then.
So I appreciate everybody that watch it. Just stop fucking subscribing, please. So like,
You
and actually to
oh
watch
my
other
god,
videos
Colin,
as well
you
would
are
be nice.
so inconsiderate and such an asshole.
I said thank you. I'm
I
joking. They
Don't
know I'm
think
joking.
You did?
I'm joking, but guys, I do a little content and stuff as well. You know, I appreciate everybody that
Lying,
liked
don't
it,
listen to him.
watched it. It's alright if I go down, you'll go down.
It's weird though. It's weird though how just those two videos, for some odd reason, like, got shit tons of views, and then just
Well, the Highlight Times one makes sense because I know that was featured on a lot of things.
what was it featured for or in or whatever.
That was a server, you dumbass.
Alright, dumbass.
And then something big is coming to the other server. It's the one I do now.
Cool.
So they're 5M related. But like, yeah, guys, I do appreciate it. It's just like, come on, guys. If you want to see more
You should
like
try and
that,
show your
just hit that
you should try and
sus-
show your appreciation first, you lady.
yeah, just hit that subscribe button, you know. Comment.
I mean, for the record,
that good
for the
stuff.
record, probably no one else is gonna subscribe.
That's alright. It means if I do come big and famous, I can say you doubted it, and I'm just gonna leave you out.
Well, granted, it would be interesting if a lot more people actually got interested in your YouTube channel. I'm not saying that it won't happen.
Man, I've already jumped up like 20 subscribers.
I mean, wait, did you? Honestly, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I was on like 30 odd last time, and now I'm on 53.
Well, how long did that take you? Fucking
Let's be
7
honest, I don't
months.
upload every
7
day.
months
Yeah, but I
last
don't
time
upload every day.
We did Discord debate.
Yeah, but it wasn't even Discord debate, you fucking idiot.
Okay, well, like
The last time we did Discord debate was 7 months ago,
properly, yes. It
But
was,
I
it
did
was like
make
7
videos,
months
yes.
ago.
But I did do videos after that.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. My point was, I don't upload every day.
Wait, how long? No, wait, no, it wasn't. We just did a podcast after that, didn't we?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
'Cause I remember being in some type of stream or podcast where you were actually in GTA betting on horse races and that's like stuff.
That was a long time ago,
Yeah,
bro.
that was like 6 and 7 months ago.
Yeah, but I've done videos since then.
Really, not much.
I don't upload every day. Fuck off.
Yeah, because you have an actual life. I feel like I
No,
sound
I
like
just
such
couldn't
an
be bothered.
asshole saying that. I should not say that shit.
Yeah, I actually have a life and like some.
I mean, granted, like people who make YouTube videos for a living, like that is actually their life. Like that is their job, and they love doing it.
So sad.
They love doing it.
I mean, it's so good, yeah.
You're not gonna save yourself from this, Carl. Yeah.
I reckon if I start uploading every day, you know, and doing that, but I do other things as well. I still work on top of that, so it's like quite hard.
Yeah.
So like, if I did that every day, I reckon I would see it more. You know, it's more daily uploads.
Fucking funny
Or, like-
outtake.
Yeah. Girl, she just wanna hug you.
I'm sorry.
At least someone likes my videos.
No, because it's the two.
Thomas is actually my number one fan.
I'm with you on this shit with the Discord debate, you idiot.
It doesn't mean you're not my number one fan. I need to change that. I did a podcast with a subscriber.
You're an asshole. No. It'll just be the Dysfunctional Bros. The Dysfunctional Bros podcast.
Oh, you're a dysfunctional bro.
We are the Dysfunctional Bros, you idiot. Get on the lab.
I'm very functional.
Sure.
I can wipe my own ass.
Did you just say you can write your own ass?
Wipe.
I mean, sure, keep dreaming, bro.
I can wipe my own ass.
Like, I can understand a baby not doing that, but dude, you're in your 20s, same as me. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
I know I am. Don't tell people my age.
We're young. We're young. We're young feckers.
You know what? I'm just an old man.
No old man would have your voice.
Oh, back in my day, back in when I used to fuck women every day.
Didn't.
No, you'd be lucky if you could fuck a cucumber.
What? What the fuck?
That was good though. You got that. It was pretty funny. You gotta admit it was funny though.
A fun thing that would actually.
Back in my day, Vietnam used to be the time and place for things.
You'd
now.
be lucky if you could fuck a cucumber.
No, my day, you just see that you fucking potatoes and fucking donuts. Fucking gay simps.
I love how you're like referring to like an older point in history, but using modern terminology.
I know.
Also, one thing. Here's something I actually.
Come on, boy, spit it out. I'm getting old.
Okay, never mind. No, but I actually want to discuss something that's actually a really.
Oh God, he's gonna talk about his life. Kill me, no.
Do you really think my life is that stupid the way I'm describing it?
No. I sound like I'm losing my voice, man.
You sound like you've been smoking for 30 years.
Well, I've been smoking quite a long time. So that wouldn't really be a bad thing.
No,
would it?
okay, but no, like I actually want to discuss something that's actually very.
If it's your penis, I don't want to know.
No, it's modern day terminology that I personally can't wrap my head around. Like,
he can't, right, guys? He doesn't quite understand that Pornhub's free right now, and he still pays for it.
that has nothing to do with modern day terminology, you dumb ass.
Oh, I didn't hear the terminology part.
Are you that deaf? Are you just? Okay, one thing I actually would like to try and Carl.
I'm drinking water. Go on, speak.
I want to try and understand modern day terminology, for example, like a more modern one is simp, but obviously it's probably like just a shorter version of simpleton.
Is that what simp means?
Well, I mean,
God damn it! I thought I meant something else.
No. Okay. So, a modern day definition of a simp, like apparently you can go off of like what Urban Dictionary says, even though it's like kind of even proper. It's
Well,
a,
it is.
a
It's a
man,
dictionary for
a
the
man
Indian
that
people.
puts himself in a subservient, submissive position of women in
Not subservient.
submissive, basically.
So why does this say subservient and submissive?
Subservient / submissive position under women
Oh,
in
right.
hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table.
Women don't bring anything to the table anyway.
No one's gonna.
You'd be lucky if they bring you a
No one's gonna
fucking
date you after you say
Talking
that.
Bell. They don't! They expect you to pay for everything.
That's a big lie.
Well, fucking old British women think you'd expect to pay everything.
Yeah, well, American women are different.
I know, I could go then, apparently I would get all the chicks.
Why the fuck was this definition put on fucking Pearl Harbor Day?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Something related to maybe the old Sims.
But it's like it's only now that the term simp is some.
Wait, who brought the same simp?
No. Okay, well, it goes along the lines of like modern day terminology. Like for example, ye, people say is a shorter version of saying yes. But here's the thing: there's already a word for that. It's yeah.
It's like whoever invented the word lol. I just want to murder
That's an
them.
acronym for laughing out loud.
Yes, I know, but it's how lazy do you have to even be to the point where you have to go. It's like laughing out loud. Laughing out loud, lol.
Admittedly, that's where the start of this modern day terminology started. We're starting our generation specifically.
People are getting lazy, fam.
People are getting.
Think about it. They can't even be bothered to laugh anymore. They go lol.
Okay, well, no,
What?
I mean, no, like text-wise, that makes sense because it's an action you're.
No, it doesn't. Fucking learn English.
I mean,
you went to school. You fucking
I mean, would you
learn
rather
English.
put like the actual term laughing out loud or ha 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 like?
I'd rather you just send me a little clip of your audio going.
Why would you go through the effort? You're in the middle of laughing.
Well, if you're fucking laughing anyway, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I've used lol a lot, and half the time I didn't even find it funny. I
I
just
mean,
went lol.
yeah. When you type lol or LMAO, but you don't smile.
Well, I smile because I'm like, bitch thinks I'm laughing,
that
bitch doesn't
honestly
know I'm
happens
not.
a lot.
Yeah, but it's not even
I can
that. It's the fact
testify.
they just misuse
I can
everything.
testify.
They just, yeah, but it's just like, where does it end?
It's
The fucking.
this is just.
You're short on everything.
Any good villain
bro.
would say this is just the beginning. So there you go.
Yeah, but it's not even a good beginning though.
Is it?
It's just like,
Is
girls, I'm a simpleton. Stop showing and shit. We don't go to school for nothing.
Like simp is an
Bitch.
example of like a following of like how the language is gonna
I don't
evolve
give two
from
fucks.
lol and LMAO or LMFAO and whatever the fuck. But ye, like it's even dumber for what that term originally came
I
from.
don't care.
It's from I think like a Digimon cartoon or something. Like it was from like a Pokemon rip-off cartoon
It was
of like
probably
a
just an
dinosaur
anime.
saying. "Ugh." And that's where that
You know
came
what?
from.
I still don't give a shit because actually, in fact, of it
And
is.
somehow people
You know-
actually fucking think that like that means yes. Like and it's like no, it doesn't. It's just a dinosaur making a sound. It's not even ye. It's more like ee. It's more like ee.
Can I just say, because you're talking about shit, I've zoned out because I actually don't even know what the fuck we're talking about at this point.
We were talking
All I
about modern day
remember is just the
terminology.
society going
We were talking
fucked
about
up.
modern day terminology.
Yeah, but all it is, right? I went to school. I did my English. I got a vocabulary.
You're from
No,
the
I learned
motherland
the
of the
alphabet.
English language.
No shit,
What
Sherlock.
do you mean bullshit? You're in England, dumbass.
I said no shit,
I thought
Sherlock.
you said bullshit, Sherlock.
No.
That's a that's a
you're
twist.
you're missing my point though. My point was, you know, I learned English. I learned the vocabulary.
Yeah.
I read the dictionary to learn words, fucking to speak. Not go LOL, TTYFT, WTS, what the fuck?
ATYF.
I don't know. I don't know this shit. But it's still, though, I'm a youngin' and I still don't give a shit.
No.
what's the point of no? What the fuck is the point to go to school if you're just not even going to be bothered to write the word? Instead, you're just going to put the initials, thinking like it's like what the motherfucking fuck.
I mean, to be fair, like
T S M F.
Like there's even like certain acronyms that like don't make any fucking sense to me. And like for example, SMH is supposed to stand for shaking my head. Like
SMA, shaking my ass. Sorry.
Sure.
It's just I just don't even if you know if it,
It doesn't work. Like like our generation is going slowly down the toilet because of these fucking.
Yeah, but then they're just not going to need schools anymore.
Because everything will be online. We're basically turning into what fucking the humans in WALL-E were. We're just going to be sitting in our chairs.
No, not that. No, not that. I don't mean for that. I don't mean
but that's.
I just meant in terms you wouldn't even do English ever again. You wouldn't even need to learn how to speak. All you can learn is the letters and just fucking put the letters together. That's it. You don't even have to fucking make a sentence. Do you want Clockerbell?
Tinkerbell?
Y C B. Do you want Clockerbell?
Clackerbell?
I don't know. Clockenbell. Whatever you want.
Cluckenbell?
Yes, Cluckenbell.
Why would you?
I don't know. It had two words.
I mean, hell, there's even an entire language just based out of fucking emojis.
Imagine if we tried for a full 1 day, Thomas, to write everything to each other. Instead of writing actual words, we just put abbreviations like the letters. Imagine trying to make a fucking sentence. You'll look like you're trying to do fucking Morse code. You'd probably get the FBI on you. Oh my god, this guy looks very suspicious putting all letters. He's clearly up. Nah, mate, I was only just abbreviating everything because I can't be bothered to type.
Fun fact, She Who Shall Not Be Named and I actually tried doing that before we actually split.
That's depressing.
I know, it was really sad.
I was only saying it as a joke, but that's very depressing.
It was just a random ass thing. It was like a bucket list thing to do. Don't be mad.
If that's what's on your bucket list, there's something fucking
was okay.
You need a better
on
bucket list.
Was
my bucket list is just going run butt naked down the street when there's nobody looking at us.
Okay, it was a bucket list between me and her, so.
Yeah, but that's a stupid bucket list.
Well, it's an interesting one.
Jesus,
it's an interesting one, okay?
Interesting!
It was just between me and her.
So my bucket list, I want to take a dump while eating food. I want to eat a bucket
Have you never done
list.
that?
I want to take a shit on a plane. Just to see the poop disappear.
It's actually... I don't particularly know how it works. So never mind.
Like, bucket list is stuff you would never imagine doing. Like, my bucket list is to travel the world. It'll never happen because I get motion sickness, but, like, you know, people can dream.
Wait, you get motion sickness? Seriously? No wonder why you don't...
I get all types of
No wonder why you
sickness.
don't drive shit.
I don't even use the public transport, man. I'm allergic to public transport.
So if I were to just suddenly start shaking you randomly, like if we ever met up, I just start shaking you by the shoulders.
I'd punch you. I'll just punch you
I
first.
mean, no, from like behind, I just start shaking you, suddenly just going like,
I would kick you in the balls. I would just kick you in the
like,
balls. Mate, if you're starting shaking, I'm gonna stop you shaking.
You're gonna stop yourself.
I just pulled the knife out of my pocket instead.
Cool.
And to justify it, I felt threatened because you were shaking.
Yeah. I wonder if I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's the same principle. I don't quite understand with everything going on in the world, especially people just don't want to learn English anymore.
I mean,
You know,
granted, there are like hundreds, perhaps even thousands of other different languages.
I understand people that physically have something wrong with them where they can't, you know, do complex sentences and they have to abbreviate. That's fair enough because, you know, like,
for like someone who's learning the English
are...
language, because English is actually one of the hardest languages to learn.
No, I just meant people with who are disabled, like difficulties with themselves. It's understandable some will actually do that because it's harder for them. They know what they want to say. Some of them might have like problems with their arms, or you know what I mean, or speech or whatever. So them doing it quick is to abbreviate everything. So that's fair enough. I respect that and understand, but I would never tell anyone like that to not do it. But like people who can speak and everything, fucking learn to talk. It's okay if you're texting it, because I don't even read texts. So you can write me a paragraph, I would probably read the first sentence.
You don't read text, and yet, well, you basically respond to everything I fucking send you.
Well, yeah, within reason after a while. After a while.
Lies.
Majority of the time, it's just, pops on my phone, I want to get rid of it, so I pretend I didn't see it, and then I forget I've clicked on it, and I have to fucking reply at that point.
Idiot.
I need to turn off fucking the read button on fucking Messenger. So you don't fucking have Reddit. But like in quarantine, I think a lot more people have like resorted to just not, you know what I mean? Like for me, because I'm still working, I just don't have the motivation because I'm just in the house and it's still the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I told my boss, I was like, I had a call with her yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm struggling to motivate myself to even fucking do this work I need to do and shit. Because he was like, oh, I actually agree, being in the house, it's not the same. I was like, I know, like, the only positive side, I can have a beer and do work at the same time, but even that, I'm not drinking anyway. I don't even drink anymore.
That's sad.
Oh. How is that sad?
Well,
what? I don't need alcohol.
Well, it's unfortunate because unfortunately we'll never be able to experience you shoving noodles down your shirt and then eating.
I don't know. It's just the principles, I think, as well. When you're doing the same thing every day, it's not too bad. When I used to go out to work.
I mean,
I was doing that 5 days a week, and I'd have the weekend to myself, where I wasn't working or whatever, and it was nice. But when this quarantine thing hit, I regret to have made this quarantine. It's fucking delicious, disgusting, because it's like now working from home, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same as it used to be. Like, I used to love, like, when I had my holidays and my time off, bank holidays, whatever. I used to enjoy being in the house. But at this point, I really fucking hate it because it's like, I'm doing work in the house. And then I usually have my enjoyment time, my time in the house, like playing games or making videos or whatever. And it was nice for the first month because I got a lot done the first few months.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just got to that point where it's like, why am I bothering at this point?
Understandable.
At this point, it's not separating my life. Usually you have a work life and social life. At this point, they're all combined and it's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, how the hell are you even supposed to work from home anyway? You're a fucking chef.
I still have to do paperwork.
I don't know why you
paperwork. I still have to do fucking...
But you are in the kitchen.
Tests.
You're in the kitchen. Why?
Right. I still have to do my tests and, the training and shit still in the company. Everyone has to do it. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
With, like, allergies and shit like that, you still have to do all the fucking work for that.
Yep.
There's always so much. People don't understand. Being in the kitchen is not as easy as just going in there and cooking.
Well, no,
that's
yeah,
not all
like
it takes.
Being a proper, like, full-on chef, like, definitely, like, that's, like, an actual full-on job. Like, and there's a lot of stuff you need.
Yeah, but it's not just that.
There's a lot of stuff you need.
Even if you're, like me, I'm a full-time chef, it's not all just cooking in the kitchen.
No.
You gotta do... Every company by law has to abide by rules for the kitchen, especially it's waste for kitchen.
Yeah, like you like need to be like
they have to do health and safety.
Spotty clean, like spotless, like no.
It's not even related to the kitchen.
Well, it's required mostly.
I'm not talking about the kitchen. I'm talking about the work that all staff have to do.
Yeah.
They have to make sure they've got all the tests up to date. Like, the food hygiene. They have to make sure allergy tests. All this shit that they keep adding, like vegans and shit. You gotta know what vegan food you
Ew.
There's so many things that you've got to keep up to date with. It's just a pain in the fucking arse.
Yeah.
And it's like, you feel like you're going back to school again to practically do it.
Yeah, duh.
And some companies
Like, hell,
actually
like-
do that.
I mean,
They give you a course to do. Just like where I work, our boss has literally just put everybody on a course for the time being to do way, so people can still do cooking at home, brush up skills and
I mean, at
things
this
like that.
point,
and
it's just
improve
like an
themselves.
online culinary class.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's sad. Even though you already know how to cook. I mean, you're not actually graded on this shit, are you?
What do you mean?
Are you?
Yeah.
You're graded. Like you're given like an actual grade. Like either like
yeah, it's to improve
percentage or
yourself.
like A, B, C.
Yeah. Well, it's more like 1, 2, and fucking 9. Sure. Change the grading system. But yeah, it's just. I asked my boss so I could improve myself and do higher qualifications anyway in cooking.
Yeah, you want?
So I can work in more places, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I wanted to, and they were fine with it. Improve myself as a chef. Which I regret because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's like, it keeps me busy, but then at the same time, it's just like, I just don't even know why at this point. Like holidays and stuff is not even a holiday. I wanted to go away, I wanted to do many things.
Oh, Corona happened.
And you just
first.
can't. Yeah. Literally a month before I was on holiday. What a bitch.
Yeah, well, disease will
I'm
do,
so
disease will
depressing.
do that. We'll cancel everyone's fucking plans for actually living.
I know. And then you gotta adjust to it, and I don't think, like, no matter what people say, the adjustment time it's not gonna be this. It's gonna, this might be on for another few months, right?
Yeah.
But for the world to go back to normal, it's gonna take years.
Well,
Genuine years to actually,
years.
like,
Well, if they're
recover.
to do it properly, so that way no one actually will like get infected. Because I mean, things in America are actually opening up more now. But
That's not what
the
I
spread,
mean. I don't mean
no,
that.
the spread
I
is
don't-
actually increasing.
I'm not talking about the corona itself. I mean, once it's all over with, the world's gonna take years to actually go back to where they were.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. I'm not
it really
I'm not
will.
talking about when things are
It
over.
really will.
I'm talking about people actually can say the back to normal. It's not gonna be for years.
Yeah, well, China.
No, it's not just that. It's not. You can't just blame everything on China.
The fact that
It's
you even
from
said that,
there.
just watch us. We're actually banned
Everybody.
in China.
It's not that though. It's the fact. It's the world. It's all
Will the world
fucked.
be able to go back to normal?
Yeah, eventually it'll take probably a few years to actually go back to
Normal.
normal. But yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
what I'm saying. Like,
my problem with with what I brought up earlier with like America opening stores up and whatnot again. Now, they're doing that to like try to restore some bit of normality to it.
just so
But
know
it's
they're gonna do
it's not gonna work because like the spread is the number of cases that are being discovered every day is actually increasing instead of decreasing because everything's now opening up again, which is like basically why I refuse to go out and work right now because like even though I don't particularly have money, I'd much rather live my life than actually try to fucking.
You say you live your life, but there's not really much living.
I'd rather
for it,
try to live than risk my life only just to bring the coronavirus home to my parents who are a
Mate,
lot older
You
and
could
more
get it
susceptible to
anywhere
it.
though. This is the
Well, the
thing.
stay-at-home thing is like that's still going on. Like people are saying still stay home. It's just in America now. It's not required through all 50 states. It's not required anymore. But whereas things are opening up and whatnot, well, in those states, the numbers are actually rising.
have
The
to-
numbers are rising.
Well, yeah, it's gonna
Okay,
rise
well-
because people
Well,
can
no,
back out and see
because
each
in
other.
the end, the economy, government, like financial stability, it won't fucking matter if we're all dead. It honestly won't.
I think it might
It
improve
won't matter
situations.
in the end.
It would. It would fix
No,
one
I'm saying
thing, though. No one would be able to get
I'm not
coronavirus.
saying like it won't get fixed. I'm saying it's not like that crucial if everyone's gonna fucking die from a deadly disease. It's
I'm not talking about. I mean, it would solve one problem for the world.
what would that be?
There'd be nobody on it.
Okay,
so
no,
one would
I'm
have
talking specifically
coronavirus.
about like economics and whatnot, and like economies. Like,
Yeah, but this is the thing. You see all this shit, right? We're not in politics. We don't talk much about.
I mean, because we're
But, like,
in two
it-
entirely
it-
different countries, so
But yeah, it doesn't matter. I just meant it's gonna take years for everyone to just back on home.
yeah.
They need to start opening up things eventually to see how things work.
Ideally, it is a
If-
very
if you
good
keep- if
idea. Like,
everyone-
ideally, it is.
If everyone stays at home, right, and nothing opened up, they might think Corona's gone, and then the moment you start opening up things up, it could just be like an outbreak all over
That's
again. It could
basically
fuck
what's
everything
happening,
up.
though. It's like
Yeah, but at least they're doing it while the Corona's still being investigated. Because once it's all over,
well, granted,
You know,
they should have
they
been
didn't let
investigating the
anyone go
entire
out.
fucking time. I mean, how close is the World Health Organization like to finding a cure? That's
it's from the common cold. It's harder than you think. The symptoms are literally just like the common cold.
well,
You're trying
okay,
to,
okay.
you
The
can't
symptoms,
cure
the symptoms
common cold.
are flu-like, yes, but actually, what
Yeah,
the
but that
virus,
makes it
what,
harder,
what the
Thomas.
virus actually does is that instead of like getting stuck in like your nose and stuff and spreading to your lungs, it goes straight to your lungs. And for people who like die of coronavirus, they actually die of like suffocation or heart attacks or strokes, specifically because the coronavirus spreads to
Yeah, but
like
it's
parts-
not. You're not
they
getting the
basically
point, though.
form
You're not getting the
clots
point.
in your
Yeah, but you're not getting the point, though.
what point? And
Because when the corona started, it was symptoms like
it was
the
simple as the
cold.
cold, but then it mutated
Trying
to
to
that.
find a
Then it
fucking
mutated
yes,
to
but
that.
trying to find it now. Yeah, but they've also tried many things with the coronavirus. Problem is, the coronavirus could be. They tested one person like 56 times. What after he had it? From the moment he had it to lost it, and he had it again.
Nothing
It can
nothing
come.
worked.
No, he had it again. No, it goes away and it goes dormant for a long time. This is what I'm saying. It's not as simple as them just like whack this out, fucking sorted.
But
It's harder
well,
than
yeah,
that because
it's
the
hard, it's gonna
coronavirus
take
keeps
time. It's
changing.
just,
No, because it keeps changing. It keeps mutating.
well, given enough time, it will.
Yeah, how much time do you want everyone to be in fucking shelter for all the time?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
People
matter.
are gonna die
It
either
doesn't
way.
matter in the end if everyone's gonna fucking die, and I'm not willing to
Yeah,
risk
but
my life
everyone's gonna die either
for
way
some
though.
like digital numbers.
Yeah, but people are dying regardless if they're staying at home. Thing is, people can have it without even realizing they've got it. Like they've said, there can be people that are carriers that will not have any symptoms of it and not be aware they've got it.
More than likely, those will probably be the people who are left. So
It will fix itself. It's just no one can put time on finding an antidote.
it's just
Or the
I just
vaccine,
personally
or the
I just
cure
personally
for
think
it.
that in
Because
America,
it's not one of them things. It's like cancer. People think they can treat cancer and it comes back every so
they
often.
can't treat it, yes, but can they completely get rid of it? No, it'll never happen.
That's the same principle with the fucking corona. Is it ever gonna get cured? Nobody
I mean, the only
knows.
type of
It
cure
might
you
be
can
a point
actually,
where they
the
can
only type of
manage it.
cure you can actually get is
Yeah, it's death.
No, not death. It's like for any type of infections, bacterial infections, you can have a cure for that because like that shit you can actually get rid of. Viral infections are a different story because instead of like actually getting rid of the viral infestations, like instead of like them actually being purged and destroyed, they're actually just dormant. They're not purged like bacterial infections.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the world has to start moving again.
Yeah.
Otherwise-
my screen just went dark. Fuck. No.
And by the end of it, if they don't start opening businesses up, there's not going to be any businesses to go back to.
Why though? Like particularly why?
Because
Because
if the businesses are making
people are gonna-
money,
Yeah, but
if they,
what's money?
No, businesses
people
will
are
go
going-
bankrupt.
What is money when everyone's going to die?
That's not the point, Thomas. My point is, if they don't try and open things up,
No,
there'll be nothing left for them, for people, even if they got, if they all fucking magically got cured by from the coronavirus, there'd be no businesses left because they've all went bankrupt.
I mean, like a good food chain like one of my favorite food chains actually went bankrupt, like, and because of like the specific style it was, it's like a buffet style restaurant. I think it's called Soup Plantation, and well, that shit got shut down because of the coronavirus.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying. You gotta remember, because they don't open business up, it's not. Yeah, people might die from things open, but also people's livelihoods are gonna go lost. People that own the businesses, they will lose their money because of it. They're not making any money. They're gonna go bankrupt, and then they're gonna kill themselves anyway. Like, that's the hardcore truth.
They're gonna kill themselves.
If people, well, yeah, because if they think, they've worked hard, they've put a shit ton of money in a business, and they can't afford the staff. They can't afford anything. They can't even afford.
Yeah, but if you're talking like bigger chains, like
big time, yeah, big time
CEOs
still.
are not gonna fucking do that. I can't imagine anybody doing that. Like at a CEO level of like.
No, McDonald's is slowly opening up again in UK to only deliveries, but even then, people are not even using them. This is what I'm saying. It takes time in order for things to go back to some normal. There's only so long you can keep people staying in the house before they're just going to go out either way and do their own thing.
Yeah.
So why not at least do it in a way where
it works?
People can somewhat manage it.
It works?
Yeah.
Ideally, that is good. However, because of the circumstances in which this virus spreads, you can't do it.
That's why you just cover yourself with the mask.
And gloves, which you can't even get anymore.
Why? I can get gloves. I went in the shop today and I got clothes.
Well, in America, it's very hard to get any.
I don't need a mask. I don't care enough for a mask.
Oh, you gotta get corona again.
Yeah. They'll just give me more time off work.
Work. Jesus.
I don't care enough like that. It's purely because, we have gloves, as long as you wash your hands and you sanitize yourself after touching things that may or may not have been touched by other people, you're fine.
Yeah.
But it's the people, it's the people that don't clean and wash their hands seem to be getting the ones that are dying from it.
Yeah.
It literally, if you're going out there, just take a small tub of hand sanitizer. Or if you don't
It also has to be antiviral hand sanitizer. So most hand sanitizer...
Antibacterial.
There's a difference between a bacteria cell and a virus cell.
You can only have bacteria on your hands. Man, everywhere that they've got is just antibacterial. It's just alcohol shit. Well, fucking I'll just get that Dettol spray or bleach your fucking hands if you're desperate.
Just get Clorox.
All I'm saying, all you have to do, to minimize the risk of anyone getting the shits or like the shit on the hands or infected people, just wash your hands. It's not hard. It takes 30 seconds to wash your hands.
I know.
Don't touch your fucking. Okay, it's harder. I've got a beard, so
that's gonna be hard.
I'll be honest. I touch my beard all the time.
This is why
I only do it in my house, and then but I wash my hands, so it's
you're like trained to do that. Like it's not just subconsciously doing it.
Yeah, but it's also just common sense stuff.
Yeah, fair.
Also, take a bath or a shower maybe every night or once every few days.
Once every other day.
That'll also help.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Or like
because that will also help in minimizing the shit. Yeah, because you're cleaning your body from all the toxins, all the dirt or whatever that you may not even think you're dirty, or you need a shower. But if you're going outside the elements and stuff, if you just wash yourself, it cleans you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as you actually use soap and not fucking just water, like I know people probably do.
Yeah.
But that's my point. It's not hard.
I never said
this
it was.
Is what I'm saying.
We're not debating about much anyway.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. For people to just go out there, they could do that as long as they keep themselves clean.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
And even then, that wouldn't be a big issue for risking anybody from getting the COVID
Well,
or
granted
whatever.
though,
It's just-
admittedly, like infections and virus outbreaks are indiscriminate. Like just because like someone actually can like wash their hands, they probably will touch something that they don't know has the virus on it, and that's how they like get it. And then like unbeknownst to them, because they didn't wash their hands immediately
Yeah, most
afterwards,
shops now.
that's how they will
Well,
catch
in-
it. No matter how many times you can wash your hands, like sooner or later you probably will catch it. That's how like fucking flus spread around, other different diseases and all that shit. Yeah.
Well, in the UK, every shop now has hand sanitizer, gloves, and shit next.
Well, that's good.
in,
You
like, the
actually
cloths to
have
clean
stores
shit.
that can keep up with the demand.
But no, they're probably just getting given in it for free.
Obviously, they're being sold, right, to the customers.
No, this is stuff when you walk in the shop. You can just go in, put some on your hands, clean your hands before entering the store, and then you can do it on the way out, and they'll put gloves on or whatever. So then you're not, whatever you're touching, you've got clean hands.
That's interesting to think about.
There's so many things even people are doing to try and help each other.
America,
Like, for the
everyone's just
UK,
like,
it's
yeah,
not as-
fend for yourself. Fuck you.
Let me just wipe my ass with my hand and smother it all over
Ew.
you.
I don't want pink eye. Fuck off.
But it's it's the same stuff. It's just like people just need to learn.
Yeah.
It's not the hardest thing in the world being told to wash your hands.
No, it's not the hardest.
I'm sorry.
Like, definitely, it's not the hardest.
Are you illiterate? Do you not understand to wash your hands?
We don't probably know how
Hey Thomas, how do I wash my
to. Figure it out
hands?
yourself. You're on your own. Every American ever.
Thomas, can you like wash my hands for me? Because I don't actually know how to.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah, figure it out on your own.
I'm a special boy.
Are you dumb or just that fucking special?
A bit of both, to be honest. Well, I can't say I'm dumb if I'm a chef.
Yeah, because you know how to fucking cook. Yeah.
No, we use maths. We're not allowed calculators in the kitchen. But
Should we
anyway,
actually?
think-
Should we discuss one more debate topic? 'Cause
yes,
admittedly, I'm
okay,
gonna
let's
try and go
debate
to bed
one
after
more
this.
thing. Okay, let's talk about one more thing, little man. Just one more thing.
How about?
I'm not does twiz could do think cease no. Something?
Why are you speaking French?
I don't know, I was saying how much French I could remember, and it's a little bit, not a lot.
Well-
Does a 12 and a catch and a sink and a cease and a nerve and a something after that is what you do.
Thank.
Alright, well fuck
That's
it.
wheat.
Now let's talk about something else. Come on now, big boy.
How about a debate of like verses, like one specific gaming
Thomas,
universe or something.
be careful. Be careful how long you want that to be. We're already recording for an hour.
Fair.
We know our debates can
okay.
go fucking if it's a game related, me and you are gonna be on that shit for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Even after so guys, I will put in context. when we've debated, like even we've done a
had
lot of
good
recordings
debates
like
about stuff.
yeah, a good debate about a game or something. Even after we finish just like the recording or whatever, we've been talking about that shit for the next 3 hours.
afterwards.
And then
even beforehand,
sometimes even days.
beforehand, even beforehand, just even before we do the debate, we're still
Yeah.
debating.
Yeah, and then we're just like, right, we're debating now. Fucking change the subject.
Like that was honestly the first like I think it was in like the Discord French fries over chunky chips, or either that or was the next one where we were actually debating which was the better Assassin's Creed.
Oh god, we debated for that for a week.
I mean, it was.
We still debate about
We
that.
still do, honestly. But no, I wanted to do more like a versus debate, where like you take one universe and compare it to another universe in terms of like.
I'm scared to because our opinion's gonna be different. And I can't
Well,
be bothered to have
not
another
particularly.
a debate
Not
session
particularly,
that
okay.
goes on for about 4 fucking months.
Well, let's say for example, because I had a discussion about this with my friend last night.
He has friends, it's a hard thing.
Shut up. But no,
Just shut up,
no. We talked about like if like certain beings or persons
Had
from
sex with one
Elder
another.
Scrolls could compare to
Ugh.
beings and entities in Dragon Age. Like we
I've
could.
never played Dragon Age, so I don't know.
Not a good topic then.
I've never actually played
Have you
Dragon
played any
Age.
Bioware game?
I've played...
Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic. No.
I played Mass Effect for like 20 minutes.
All right. Well.
Good topic!
No, I actually. Okay, what's a good video game series that you follow very much? That's like your favorite all-time video game franchise, and that you would compare it to something that could be on par with it. What's something like that you compare? If you can actually.
I don't really care enough about games at this
Oh, no,
point. I'll play anything now, mostly. Except Elder Scrolls Online. I really don't like that game. I'm sorry.
You said you don't
I
play
do
much,
not
and then you
like-
just said except Elder Scrolls Online.
I don't like Elder Scrolls Online.
That's where I met you.
It's just
That's where I
not
met
the
you.
same.
I met you
Exactly.
on Elder Scrolls Online.
That's why I don't play it.
Because that's where we fucking met.
Because I'm scared to meet another you.
I mean, admittedly, you could just play with me because a lot of shit has actually been added.
No!
It's just me you'd be playing with.
Exactly, and I'm still scared in case I meet another you.
How are you gonna meet another me if you're just playing with me?
I met you the first time. Don't fucking think anything's possible.
Okay, if you're somehow gonna talk about
Wait, how did I wait? Wait a minute. Why was I playing Elder Scrolls Online in the first place?
Valkyr or Bandit, the
I
other
don't remember.
Thomas?
I don't remember. No, I met him. No, I met you before.
No, I was in a party with you two, and we were all playing Elder Scrolls Online. How we met?
Oh yeah,
That's
I
how
got
we
threatened.
fucking
I had
met.
to play it.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah, I got threatened to play that game. I had no choice.
Bullshit. Like yeah, like you were so coerced when we actually did quite a bit, and you dumb fuck.
It's still, man, I've
Alright.
played it before that, and it took me like an hour just to do like 4 missions, and it was just like,
Particularly.
why?
Not particularly.
Why am I bothering with that
I will say
shit?
it has gotten a lot better, and it is a lot easier to play because it's not level based anymore.
I don't care, it was horrible.
Okay, it's
It
horrible.
was just disgusting,
Okay,
man.
at least it's not Fallout 76. So
I'd rather fucking play that.
why?
I don't know, I'm not by choice,
So you
to
want
be
to torture
fair.
yourself with the horrible survival?
Man, if I'm gonna torture myself, I'm gonna
here's
torture
the
myself
debate.
either
Which
way.
is the better which is the better MMO? Fallout 76 or Elder Scrolls Online?
Well, you know, I desperately hate fucking Elder Scrolls
It's gonna sound like
Online.
you're about to say
I
Fortnite, and I'm
really
gonna say
wish
I
they-
agree with that. There's no argument there.
I definitely fucking hate Fortnite.
You tried to make me.
like,
You tried to
I-
get me to play that one time. You hypocrite.
Yeah, I played it like one time, and I just was like...
So like after that one time I left, you just never picked it up
played
again.
it. No, I played it, and I was like, what the fuck is my life becoming?
Like that's basically it.
In that
No, a
moment,
sad part.
in that moment, I
No,
go,
anyway. Which is the better multiplayer game, Elder Scrolls Online or Fallout 76?
I personally like Fallout 76 more.
Okay, can you give some reasons as to why?
'Cause I really don't like Elder Scrolls Online.
You're an idiot.
I genuinely hate it. It was because they tried something different, and it just... Yeah, it wasn't that
This was
type of
bad,
game
but-
that you thought was ever going to go online, though. That was the thing. I never thought before that it came out that Skyrim was ever going to go actually go on an online-based game.
It's
At
not
least with
Skyrim Online, it's
Fallout,
vastly
I-
different.
Yeah, but that's what it seems. But with Fallout, yeah, you could tell it was leading up to be a point where it was going to be an online
Or it
game.
could have been, yeah. I mean, even with like Elder Scrolls Online.
No, could have. Do you mean it was?
No. Good, because most of the Fallout games, you play a specific protagonist. In 76, you're jack shit. You're just a
But
random
that's my
vault
point. Though,
dweller.
like after Fallout 4, you kind of thought it was gonna go online anyway.
Well, it was an interesting concept, but like, with the execution of it, it's fucking horrible.
Shit.
I mean, okay,
Okay, just for a disclaimer, I don't like either one of the games. I don't like either one, but if I had to choose, it would have been 76.
that would be
It's because I've played it a lot
an
more.
Elder Scrolls.
Because I played it, because I played it with my granddad on the PC.
And granted, we did
Oh,
do a
wow.
stream as well when you and I were just starting to play it as well on Xbox. And like after it just came out. Remember?
We met a lot of people for it.
We did. We actually did.
Because we don't play the game, so we don't want to talk
Yeah.
about
I mean, like the main thing that turns me off of
it.
Fallout.
Plus, thank God that's what you said.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say what turns me off.
Speak English.
Okay, alright, okay. So, to put in context, we met a lot of people playing Fallout 76.
We only met like
right? We did play.
a good amount. I'll say a good amount. Maybe like 4 or 5 people.
I was about to say 4, yeah.
4 or 5 people.
So, we met like 4 or 5 people through it, which was nice.
It's like we never
But the
played
moment-
it again.
Yeah, we played it once, and then we just was like,
All right.
nah. It's not a game that I want.
Well, no, cause like okay.
I bought that shit on PC, bro.
Didn't you buy like the Tricentennial edition or something like that? Like the fucking $120 version that was jack shit.
Yeah. What did it give you? It was just like an extra skin or some shit. That was
Like, okay, the thing,
They made the DLC free, so I don't actually know why they brought one for the pre-order shit. It was just shit anyway.
I will give to Fallout 76. The DLC is going to be free. And
Yeah, and that's something by me, guys. Bethesda don't do.
not particular. I mean, not with like single player games, but like admittedly with Elder Scrolls Online, you actually genuinely have to pay if you want to keep an expansion, unless you have like ESO Plus, where with the current installment that was literally released just yesterday, which was Greymore, you actually get all of the DLC that came before that for free if you have Elder Scrolls Online or ESO Plus, because it's
Don't you have to pay for that?
well, per month, if like you choose like the monthly option, it's $15 a month. The yearly option, it's like 140. But like you spend less with the yearly option. But if
Yeah, but I just wouldn't do it.
I
would pay $1.
personally do it for well, yeah, it should be something.
If they
it should be
said to
something
me
like
for a full year, no, for the rest of my life, all I had to pay was $1.
you do it because
for the
that's
rest
ideal.
of my life, and I
That's
would
ideal,
do it.
yeah.
Because then I'd only have to pay it once, and I'd never have to give $2.
Yeah. Like granted,
And
that's
I would never
that's
play
how,
the game again.
that's
in
how
my
single
life.
player games are usually. Like and for
You pay
for
one
companies,
time
you
fee.
get like a huge spike in like when a game releases, kind of decreases over time, and then gets like a few other bumps when like as more DLC is released, and then just kind of like declines in sales because other games come
Yeah,
out and they
but-
start developing other games as well. The only real reason
Yeah,
why.
and it also gives them a chance to focus.
And,
on
and the only
things
real
single
reason
player
why
games.
like games are shifting towards more a multiplayer aspect is because like investors in certain companies are being a little bit more capitalistic about it and saying that they need a more consistent flow of income, and that's why like Fallout 76 has like its horrific Fallout First like subscription.
You know, actually, I will say something that's really funny, right? It's because what we were talking about the capitalists. So everybody
Let's
knows
not get too
Activision.
sidetracked, but say what you're gonna say.
Well, everybody knows Activision's money hungry, a bit like Bethesda, yeah.
Although Activision is more infamous for it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the funny thing is, so Activision made Warzone, right? The free-to-play
Yeah.
game. That is so popular to play.
Isn't it?
People, you know,
Isn't it just a battle royale
it's-
though? Isn't it basically just battle royale?
Yeah, but it's modern. It's the remastered Modern Warfare guns and everything.
I don't care.
But, yeah, it's the free-to-play one, but
Yeah.
they still bring free games out. That still it beats some of their paid games.
Yeah, but then again,
You
but
know
the-
what I
but the
mean?
only- here's the thing: the reason why like free games like that come out is because there's actually microtransactions, which and they make the game harder
but even
to gain that shit. And you
actually, you say that it don't because now what they do is
they should do something like Warframe.
so you get well, no, you get the Game Pass, right? So
Sure.
in most games nowadays, you would get the Battle Pass, but you'd get the free Battle Pass, which would give you certain things. Like you'd still
You
be
have
able
to
to get
grind for
stuff
shit.
from
though.
it.
Like, you actually have.
No, it's the same amount of grinding as you would normally.
Mm,
But it's just with the battle, when you pay for it, the content it's a bit better in terms of what you can get. But it doesn't bother, like, Call of Black Ops does it. For zombies, they've got, like, a battle pass for that. In terms of, you know, you do so many challenges, you get so many points, and you get TS. all that kind of shit.
I personally like.
But you don't pay for that. You don't pay for
No,
it.
like okay, I agree that like stuff should be like free to play for something like that. But the idea of microtransactions, it should be like most modern games are having a more capitalistic view on it, where like you actually have to pay.
Yeah,
to
but
play.
okay. Put it in this.
We have to
Put it
pay
in
to
this
play, but it should be
perspective, right?
more. No, Carl, wait, let me finish. It should be.
No, because it's something about what you're talking about, though. It's
It should be.
related
But
to
I'm
what
gonna
you're
say
talking
like what they're doing should actually be more along the lines of Warframe, where you can play. Like granted, it is a little bit harder, but they have microtransactions in there as an option. It's not like needed for you to.
about. It's not needed.
It's not
anyway.
needed, but for other games like Destiny and like Fallout 76, admittedly, like granted Fallout 76.
No, Destiny, you don't have to pay for the content if you don't want to.
Yeah. Well,
And even if you do, it's cheap as fuck. There's no, you don't have to pay for that.
I'm just gonna tell you right now,
fucking
like a friend of mine I know in real life literally spent over $1,000 on microtransactions for Destiny.
See, that's
That's what that's what I fucking
hate.
hate.
Yeah, but
Like-
Thomas, the thing is to put it in there. It puts exclusive things. So if they wanted, they would have paid someone to make them stuff, right? To put them in there. It's not a necessity. You have to buy them. It's just, you know, people buy them because they want it. And like in terms of you know, battle royale type shit to go and things like that, you got to think the battle pass. Yeah, you can pay for it, but it also keeps the server running.
Yeah.
That's what you got to think of. Like, you know,
Because
you
people
gotta
are
think that-
investing
so
time
for-
in it, like they're gonna continue supporting it.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, if you're like Warframe,
Mhm.
right? Warframe's a free-to-play game. But if no one literally didn't spend any money on any of it, how the fuck would they make money to
Oh,
even keep it going?
okay, well, arguably though, in Warframe you can grind stuff. Like granted, it's very tedious with the grind. Admittedly, probably even more so with Destiny. But with like Warframe, there actually is a reason to grind. Like for example, like if you want to grind for like certain Warframe parts, you literally just grind out like maps and whatnot that spawn the different parts, and you just like loot practically everything in there, kill all the enemies.
No, but my point
But you're
is
able
for
to get what
literally
but
battle
you're able-
royale.
but you-
No, Thomas, I meant for actual battle royale games, right? The ones like Warframe, not
Fortnite.
Warframe, Warzone.
Fortnite.
Nah, not fucking Fortnite.
That's
not
battle
Fortnite,
royale,
fuck that
like
shit.
incarnate.
I don't count that.
PUBG.
So
then?
like ones that I actually PUBG, things like that, right? No, PUBG you pay for.
It's-
Um,
that? Seriously?
Yeah, it's not a free game.
I-
It's
whatever.
pay for the game.
Okay.
So for like Warzone and stuff, you're paying for it, but you gotta think, it's so expensive to run the servers so people can actually play on it.
I suppose.
So
honestly.
they put them in there so people have the option. They don't have to. They can pay for it and get like the boosts and whatever. And it also means it keeps the company going in terms of they're not having to invest money and losing money into it.
I mean,
Because you gotta think, if people made a free to play game and no one ever bought anything in it,
I mean,
the company would lose money and they would go
granted,
bankrupt.
I will say though, they took.
That's the point of microtransactions.
Here's the thing though, they took that aspect of like, yeah, like servers, all this coolio bullshit. They applied that to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that is single player exclusively. Like they made the
Yeah.
game so hard you had to buy certain XP boosts. Like before the story creator modes came out, and like with the whole XP and drachma farming, like you actually could like like you had to like grind shit out, or like
I don't agree with microtransactions, but it's not. They're not
I
forcing
personally am
anybody.
very much against microtransactions because like it's
Yeah, but it's not forcing
but it's
anybody.
basically just for the most part it's just microcurrency that you're using real money to buy, so, and then you're using that microcurrency, that digital currency to buy something in game that isn't even real life. Like you're basically as my parents always saw as video games, you're basically accomplishing nothing. Like you're putting money into something when you don't actually get anything physically. When you pay for a game,
I think this is a good time to stop. I think we've been talking about this too much.
well,
Right.
we didn't even
Guys,
try to come to a conclusion what you like better, Fallout 76 or Elder Scrolls Online.
It's not gonna. That's not gonna ever end on it. That's never gonna happen.
Well,
guys, thank you for
most part,
watching.
we're gonna agree to disagree.
I'm being Trappy Carl, and this is Akatao72. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you
In the next one.